Number one, I have prepared already what I call immediate legislative measures. One would be the amendment of the rice tariffication law, which made life difficult for rice farmers, especially now that the price of fertilizer has tripled. Number two, we reform the marketing system. Government must get into the action. Number three, we must change this mindset of reliance on importation. And as I've said, let's come up with a food production program that is nutrition-based, because if we are able to do this, we could even reduce the budget for the Department of Health because we will be nourishing healthy people. Pinakuha ko sa staff ko yung distribution ng pondo ng gobyerno according to departments. For 2022, ang pinakamalaking budget goes to the Department of Public Works and Highways. It's 788 billion. Sumunod, Department of Health, 206. Sorry. Let me, education para. 788 billion. And then followed by DPWH, 786. DOH, 268. And where's agriculture? Agriculture is number 7, pero sinama sa kanya yung at 102, pero sinama sa kanya yung budget ng irrigation. While irrigation is not under DA, sinama doon sa agriculture. So effectively, ang tingin ko ang budget ng agriculture is about 70 billion. Now, bakit ganito ang ating pananaw sa food security? Alam mo, palagi nila sinasabi, gumagastos tayo sa agriculture, napakalaki na ng investment natin, hindi nagpe-perform yung mga farmers natin. If that is the logic that they carry actually, I would also apply that to the logic. Bakit? May bumabalik pa sa atin pag gumastos tayo sa education? May bumabalik pa sa atin pag gumastos tayo sa national defense? Is there an ROI? No. But in the case of agriculture, if we invest in agriculture, we produce food for this country. And the pandemic actually and the raging war right now in Ukraine are lessons that we must not ignore in as far as food security is concerned. What do I mean by that? Global food supply chain, if we are dependent on importation, could be disrupted by a crisis like a pandemic like COVID-19 or a war like the one going on in Ukraine and Russia right now. So ang aking sinasabi, baguhin natin yung ating pananaw. Let's put agriculture at least in the top 3. Why? Because maski mataas yung budget sa education, kung gutom yung mga bata na pumapasok, did you know that daily 95 Filipino children die of malnutrition and nobody talks about it? No? Walang nagkikare ng story na yon. And the secret to solving that problem is a nutrition-based food production program. Of course, you have to fund it. Number 2, yung public works and highways, pangalawa sa budget. Walang kalsada. Mabubuhay naman yung tao, pero pag walang pagkain, hindi mabubuhay yung tao. So para sa akin, I may sound simplistic, but you look back in the history of mankind and you will find out that any nation had always looked at food production, food supply, as the backbone and the foundation of governance.
Is there is there a rule of thumb or an international standard for spending on food security? I mean, if you were to put a percentage to what we're spending now, is there an ideal number that we should be targeting?
For so many years, Robbie, actually ang agriculture sa bansa natin, and this goes back to the previous administrations, not only now. In fact, mas mataas nga ngayon, no? But historically, ang allocation for agriculture hovers between 2% to 1.5%. The ideal should be about 5 to 6% of the total national budget. So ang ibig sabihin, 5% of 5 trillion would give you an estimated budget for agriculture. At isa pang problema natin yan, masyadong politicized yung ating mga development programs, not only in agriculture, but yung ating mga development programs palaging nakatali sa political terms ng ating mga presidente, gobernador, mayor, the people who implement the programs. And that's why in the list of legislative agenda that I have already prepared, just in case, if by God's grace I would win, actually are programs that would span 10 years. With automatic appropriation sapagkat sa experience ko, ang nagiging problema natin sa bansang ito, kapag nagpalit tayo ng presidente, maski maganda pa yung programa, binabago nung susunod na presidente and he wants to stamp his name on the program, no?
Yes, sir. Sir, well,
So dapat yan, ang solusyon dyan is to copy what the US is doing,
Yes, sir.
which is come up with a 10-year Farm Act na automatic yung appropriation para hindi mababago maski sino ang presidente. Actually, very competitive yung ating mga farmers. Did you know that kalabasa in Sultan Kudarat is only bought for 3 pesos per kilo? Now, sasabihin niyo, ang mura. Yes. Not only that, at this point, na bukas na yung fishing season sa Zamboanga, ang presyo ng tamban sa Zamboanga is between 3 pesos to 5 pesos per kilo. Sasabihin niyo, teka muna, bakit ganun kamura? Ba't hindi umaabot sa Manila? Because walang private sector na nag-i-invest in the redistribution of food because it's very expensive. That's why one of the reforms that I will introduce, should I be given the opportunity of serving as senator, is to amend the mandate of the Food Terminal Incorporated. Kailangan talagang pakialaman ng gobyerno yung food procurement, basic commodities at least, isda, manok, gulay, the basic things that the family needs, no? And redistribute this in the country because our problem in the Philippines is not the lack of food but the very poor positioning of food. And the perfect example of that is the kamatis of Nueva Vizcaya and the gulay of Cordillera. Sabi nila may oversupply. No. In fact, we're even importing. Kanya lang, paano dadalhin nung magkakamatis yung kanyang kamatis sa Bicol na 10 piso lang yung presyo ng kamatis niya, ita-transport niya ng napakalayo.
Secretary Piñol.
Pagdating doon, bugbong ng kamatis.